Hello everybody and welcome to today's training video. So in today's video I'm going to demonstrate how to build a slate for your Premiere Pro training project. Now remember, you only need to design one slate that we will then duplicate 9 times inside of Premiere Pro. The first thing you need to do is go up to where it says New File and click on New File. Then this window here will appear. We need to go to where it says Film and Video. Click on that tab. Then we're going to go to where it says HD TV 1080p by 1920 by 1080 at 72 ppi. We're going to select that. I'm going to come over to where it says Resolution right here, and I'm going to make that to 300. That way everything looks nice and crisp inside of your graphic that we will be designing. Then I will come down and I will click on the Create button. Alright, so we are going to build a very simple slate today. The first thing I did is I went online and I found an aerial shot of Kent State's campus. I'm going to drag that from my desktop onto my canvas right here, and then I'm going to just release it, and you will see it places the photo. Then I'm going to click on this little corner marker right here, and I'm going to drag it to the edges of the canvas like so. Then I'm going to come up and click on this little plus icon to place the image down. Alright, so we can see that this is not the best quality picture, and I chose this on purpose to show you a way to deal with low quality images. So the first thing we can do is go up to where it says Filters, click on Filter, go to where it says Blur, go to Gaussian Blur, click on Gaussian Blur. Inside of this window right here, we can adjust the blur amount. So I'm going to take it up to about 9-ish. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to click OK. So now we have our background image for our slate placed. So now remember, our client is Kent State University. So we want to theme this to reflect Kent State's traditions and colors. So I'm going to come over to the rectangle tool, which is located right here. Click on the rectangle tool. Then I can click and hold and drag out a rectangle like so. To change the color, I'm going to go to the Appearance tab. I'm going to click on the Fill Color. Then I'm going to come over and click on, I'm going to click on the Fill Color. And then I'm going to click on the little icon right here that looks like a rainbow. That will pull up the solid color window. I'm going to choose a color close to Kent. So we'll go maybe something like this for the blue. And I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to click back on the rectangle tool over here. And I'm going to drag out another rectangle across the bottom of the screen. And then I'm going to go back over to the Fill tab again. Click on the color selector. Drag it down to something in the gold range. Right about here. Click OK. And there is my two kind of borders to frame the picture. Now, I have also already downloaded the Kent State K, which I have on my desktop. I'm going to drag that on top of the picture, release it, and now you will see I have the K. Again, using the little markers right here, we can adjust the sizing. So if I click on the corner, we can drag it down and shrink it to about here where we want it. And I will place the K on the screen, try to center it up. Then I will click on the little check mark right here to place the K down on the screen. Last but not least, I need to put a place where our changeable text will go. So I'm going to click again on the rectangle tool, drag out a rectangle across the center of the screen. This time I will leave it black, and I will go to the opacity window right here. I will click on opacity and I will drag that down to about 40%. So now we have our slate template created. Please note, I did not add any text here yet. We can add all of the text using the text tool inside of Premiere Pro. That way we only have to create one slate that we can use multiple times. So to save this out, you are going to go to where it says File. You're going to go to Save As. Make sure that it is saved as a Photoshop document. That way, if you need to go back and edit something later when you're inside Premiere, you can easily send your file back to Photoshop. You should name it Premiere Pro Training Video _ TP. TP stands for template. And then you're going to click Save As, and you will click OK. And now you have saved your template and you're ready to bring it into Premiere Pro. Let me show you how to do that now. All right, now we are inside of Premiere Pro. We are now ready to bring the slates that we just created inside of Photoshop into Premiere. I am using some random footage I had laying around on my computer to demonstrate this to you. You will be using the Premiere Pro training videos that you have already created to insert a slate in between each one of the tutorials that you created. So that means you will have 7 slates and you will have an opening and a closing. So the opening slate will say like, welcome to the Premiere Pro training tutorials, and the end slate will thank your viewers for watching. And the other 7 slates will be telling them what each one of your tutorials are. So to insert your slate between your tutorials, you need to make sure that there is a space. So the way we make sure there is a space, we're going to get our blade tool. So that is the shortcut on the keyboard is C to pull it up for the blade tool, or you can click on it. And then we will make sure we have a cut right here where we want to split our clips. So this would be one tutorial on this side, and this would be another tutorial on that side. Now we need to bring in the slate that we created inside of Photoshop. So we're going to go to File, we're going to go to Import, and we are going to go to the desktop because that's where I have mine stored. We're going to scroll down to that Premiere Pro training video template. I'm going to select that. I'm going to click OK. And now we will see that we now have this box that pops up right here. It says merge all layers. I know in class I've been having you go and import things from Photoshop with individual layers. We do not need to do that for this template because we want it to be flat so we can just add our text on top. So I'm going to come over here and I will click OK. And now we will have our Photoshop document imported right here. So to insert this in between this clip and this clip, I need to do an insert edit. To do an insert edit inside of Premiere Pro, you need to hold Control on a PC or Command on a Mac, and then click and drag it out. You will see this line with multiple arrows appear. That is telling you you are doing an insert edit. So wherever I place that, that is going to create a cut and an insert. So I'm going to go to the cut I already made, and then I'm going to release my mouse, and you will see it inserts the slate in between the 2 clips. Now I need to add text. So to add text, it is very easy. I'm going to come over to the text tool right here, click on the text tool, go to that gray rectangle that we built. I'm going to drag out a text box where I want my text to be. So right here, I will paste the text that I want. So I wanted to say how to import a video file. So now, if I want to center my text, I can go from the effects controls to the essential graphics. I can scroll down to where it says text, and I can click on the little center button, and that will now center my text for me. So now that I have my slate with text, I can make my life very simple by just duplicating this multiple times and just changing out the text. So to duplicate this, I would select both the text layer and the slate. I would hold the Alt key on a PC, the Option key on a Mac, and just drag it. And just like that, I now have a duplicated copy that I can now insert into my next break where I need the next slide to appear. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I am here to help. I look forward to seeing your final projects. Thanks. Bye.